Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Welcome to your reading for August 22nd through the 28th. Just a little programming note. I am going back to my old channel title of Moon Directed, so you can be looking forward to that in the future. I will also put out a video explaining it. Okay, so you have here a week ahead where you really want to start planning, sharpening your pencil, making some strategic planning, putting it on paper. It is the long range plan. We have the sun moving into Virgo on Monday at 11:16 p.m. We start off the week with the moon in Cancer. And the moon in Cancer is to see both sides. Take a step back and look at this from a different perspective. So, kind of has that hangman energy of needing to get a different perspective. It says take a step back. So putting a little distance between you and a situation, you and a person, you and an opportunity, you and an unsettling event that happened. Seeing both sides feels like it's a bit of a disagreement, and it is a hammerhead shark, which means to me, the hammerhead shark has two aspects to it. Okay, so this is a hammerhead shark. They look the same on both sides, but I'm seeing a hammer, and so there's the pulling out of the removing the claw and the putting something in, the hammering part. And so there's almost like a need to, what can you pull out of something? It's almost as though you built something, and you know how the nail goes in a little bent, and maybe if you take a step back, you can look at it and go, oh, wait, I got to fix that. You're going to have to go pull out the nail and move something, shift it, and put it back in again. So there's a restructuring of a situation. Okay, yeah, there's a restructuring of a situation that's coming in. So you're being asked to be a little more discriminating this week when that moon moves into Leo. Gets there at 9:09 a.m. and so it's there Wednesday. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you have the moon in Virgo energy, which is coming up, and that's the order out of chaos. So there is a definite need to create order out of chaos. You have you have the seduction, the Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces energy of, it comes with the discrimination card. Oh, take a step back. There's a situation that looks really good. A job opportunity, a place you want to move to, a person. There's something that looks really, really good, but something's not, I don't know that it's necessarily a relationship. We'll pull some more cards to see here, but there's a need for discrimination to create some order. There's something that's very seductive, very intriguing, very interesting. You're like, that looks really good to me. But Gemini, there is a need for you to use your mind. Use your mind and be a little more discerning, a little more discriminative. Look, you have for the moon moving into Virgo, which it gets there at 8:25 p.m. on Friday. So it's really the energy of Saturday and Sunday. We have a new moon that's coming up on Saturday morning at 4:17 a.m. at 4 degrees. And this is this energy of setting the foundation, of really looking to the future. This new moon doesn't have a lot of aspecting to it, not a lot of difficulty, but the full moon that results from it in February 24th of 2024, that is an interesting full moon. And so it is laying the foundation for something that's going to have a very expansive, a need to really release and let go of. And so there's this long, it's almost like you got this 18-month plan. Okay, it's not the 5-year plan, it's the 18-month plan. It's I'm going to have to transition from this situation into a different situation over the course of the next 18 months. And so where can I set the cornerstone right now? You have the Two of Autumn, the Two of Pentacles. It says to bring fun into everything you do. It's also got that balanced energy like we have here on the hammerhead, right? Juggling multiple priorities or jobs and an exceptional talent for multitasking. But I feel like there's like more than one thing. And when you have this discriminating here, there's a need to select what you want to focus on. What do you want to really create the energy? Because you have the Three of Wands, the Three of Spring. Plan your next step with an eye to the long term. Perfect. That new moon is exactly what it's telling us. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come, and satisfied from a job well done. I want to say there will be points along the way where you're like, okay, that's working out, and that's working out, and that's working out, where you're going to really need to, at times, wow, some of the same cards are showing up from signs just in different places, but yeah, really. Okay. All right, so you guys had Mars move into your sign on the 20th, and so it's just last Friday. And Mars in your sign is going to hang out for 7 months instead of the general 7 weeks. And so you have an opportunity to really work and rework a plan and really get it to work great for you. You have the Two of Wands. So again, with that duality, the Two of Wands. This is two opportunities, two things. Focusing on just one. In one hand she has a wand, and the other one she has the sword of truth, but it's all bent up. I think there's a need to be discerning, right? The sword of truth is all bent up. There's something out of whack with the way you're looking at things there. There needs to be more discernment so that you know where to put your effort. What do you want to put your effort into? Because again, with that duality, we have the Two of Swords. So now we have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Hammerhead that's got two heads, you know. Two heads are better than one is what I just heard. I'm just looking to see. There's no Judgment card here. So there's a need to bring balance in, though, because in the heart space we have Temperance, which is all about the balance. So here, the key to the situation is this balance, this discerning, the weighing out of the options, the choosing, the selecting, the discernment process is actually a major focal point of this month this week for you. And so a lot of times people are like, you need to get off the dime, you need to get things going. I think you will by the end of the week. I think take this week to sharpen your pencil, to put ideas on paper, to be discerning, to weigh things out, to see what works for you. Because here we have the Eight of Pentacles, the self-mastery. This is some kind of a project that needs a lot of repetition and practice to really get skilled at, and this has been what is on your mind. And I think it is bothering the crap out of you, the Knight of Pentacles, on how slow, how long it is taking to see the progression you want, to see the results that you want, to get to where it is you want to go. And you're like, oh my gosh, I am so tired of it taking this long. It's hard to stay in that energy for very long when you really have such an active mind and you want to move on to the next thing. But there is a need to communicate effectively, to find the right words, to take your time, to put things on paper, to sort things out so that what you present is authentic, it is your truth, and it is a solid cornerstone energy, a foundation for what it is you're trying to manifest. And I think the lack of clarity, the not having enough information has been making you crazy. Because here we have the moon in the area of what the obstacle has been. It has been really hard. It's like, what is truth? What is your truth? What is the truth of a situation? What are the facts? What are the information? And there's a need to get some real information so that you know which way to move forward. Because the Knight of Swords is the way you transform the situation. But there we have this cup, right? The intuition. Using your intuition to help you. And again, she's sitting here trying to use her intuition to discern and to decide. Using your intuition to help you to create the communication that you need, whether it is in laying out the plans to yourself or to someone else. It's finding the right words. It's definitely about finding the right words, but it has so much growth potential. The action step to take here is the Empress. This is the nurturing of your idea, your project, your relationship, whatever it is. There's a need to get into the garden of your life and to create the order, to weed, to fertilize, to water it appropriately, to have a plan that will create growth for you long term, because it is a long-term plan. It is a long-term plan going on here. So here you have the Magician in your, this is your card. In the mind, moving forward, you have all the tools you need. There's the passion on the table, the cups. Your intuition also. There is the sword, the clarity. It is also the the cutting out of the crap that doesn't work for you. There's the wand, which action do we take and moving forward, and there's the pentacle. It is the building something of value, and it's in the house of what you value, also what you're focusing on. And what you focus on is what you're going to manifest. And so with temperance here in the heart space moving forward, this is the alchemization of what you really want, care about, with what you are discerning and deciding, and how do you bring into coherence your head and your heart in a way that allows you to have a lot of positive growth. Your outcome card, another 2. They're all here. All the 2 showed up. Doubling down on the 2 of Pentacles. Okay? The 2 of Pentacles in this card, I think, makes the most sense. She's using a recipe. She's cooking. So, she's baking. So the thing about cooking is artistry. It's creative. You can throw whatever you want. Your soup doesn't have to be the same every time, right? And it can still be delicious. But when you're baking, that's science. There's measured. It is measured like temperance. There's a perfect recipe to get the perfect product, and it's easily replicated. You should be able to do, if you do this every time, 8 of Pentacles, you will get this every time. There's a need to really focus on the detail of everything that you're doing in a very precise, organized recipe for success. And success is on the horizon. You've got the King of Pentacles, that's the ultimate in success, and the Queen of Wands. That is the ultimate in being able to create something that you're passionate about. These both have longevity, they're creative, they're expansive, they are, they're the Empress energy. They're the energy of being able to have abundance in all the forms. So, really setting yourself up for success, there's a need to bring things into balance. There's a need to bring everything into balance. I want to pull a card for that new moon, particularly here. So the most interesting thing, again, about this new moon is where it ends up 18 months from now. And it's being triggered by Mars in Gemini. Everything that's happening right now ends up playing out again later. So it's really important that you focus on the patience. You've got the Kingfisher. This is the patience, patiently waiting for the right opportunity, but when you see it, going for it. That's using your intuition. Like, you can't afford to let the opportunities to pass you by. However, that being said, there's this discerning thing that's going on here. And so you have multiple opportunities, the seduction card here, right? The discernment card. So there's multiple. So this card came up earlier, but it came up for, I don't know, Taurus or something. But I think for you, it is almost as though where there's what they showed me was in the winter and just having a narrow window of opportunity for you, it feels like there's a lot of fish going by. And you get to pick which ones are most delicious to you. Which one really satisfies you. So be discerning. Don't get seduced by just everything you see. You have a special message of peace and harmony coming in the Dove with this. There's a sense of peace that comes in. I think that's the Temperance card. It is getting the recipe right. Not just going for everything you see, but being more selective and choosing what feels at home and at peace. And I think there's a part of you that needs to get really comfortable with what you're uncomfortable with. The slow pace at which things are going to develop. But if you're willing to allow things to develop at their own time and rate, I think the success, the King of Pentacles is not a fast card either. But the Queen of Wands, she is passionate about what she is doing. And so the passion and enjoying the journey of it and seeing things from the perspective of I'm enjoying what I'm creating as opposed to I need to have this outcome now. Instead, enjoy creating what you're creating. Really getting into the artistry of it and understanding that the recipe for success requires being measured and calculating and discerning along the way. Okay? I hope that is helpful for you. I am on Facebook every day. You can catch me there. I cover the energy of the day, and I do a live 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time right here, where we look over the energy of the week that's coming up to really help you along the way. So come and join me for that. I love the chat. And you guys take really good care. Looks like you have an interesting week ahead. I'll talk to you soon.